You don't need 10 indicators or a crazy system or a signals group to tell you exactly how to trade. In today's video, I'm going to show you this 1-minute scalping strategy I've used over the last couple of years that made me a profitable day trader. If you can spot a box on a chart, you can trade this scalping strategy. Let's get into it. All right, guys, going to keep it super simple for you here today. This is really the only thing I honestly look at. So usually the time I'm hopping on is probably an hour or so before market open. The New York market open is at 8:30 a.m. Central my time. So I'm usually marking out stuff here like previous day high and lows, which are these two lines here. So here's our previous day high, here's our previous day low, which we're pretty close to. Looks like we tend to be resisting. I'm also looking at Bitcoin at the same time. We're not going to get into that today, but I just want to show you one of the key things I look for. And it has to do with these boxes here. And what are these? So if you pull up fair value gap by LuxAlgo, it's just this indicator here, and you can clearly see them pop up here, okay? So now I'm usually looking for a 3-minute or 5-minute fair value gap to form. A lot of times you're going to see it form even sometimes half hour, 15 minutes before market open. But if you can catch these early, you are in a really good position to catch a reversal on this trend and really ride this up, okay? And what I mean by catching these boxes or fair value gaps early is you're catching like the first 1, 2, or 3 of those fair value gap boxes. So you'll see here on Solana, right? What do we get? We have 2 3-minute fair value gap boxes. You know, if you want your trading to be a little bit more accurate, you can certainly wait for those 5-minute fair value gap boxes. Those tend to be a little bit more accurate just because it's on a higher time frame. But you can see here we got one fair value gap box here, okay? So this was what, 7:30? Yeah, about when I was hopping on. And as you can see, if we just put our entry price at the top of these fair value gap boxes, typically it will come down, touch it, see where that price is at 198.59 it looks like, and you put in your quantity there, we can go ahead and possibly ride this trend up even further. Now, what happens if this play doesn't work out, right? Trading is never 100%, right? This isn't always going to work 100% of the time. There's very little that will do that out there on the web, and if they say it's 100%, you probably have a 1 to 0.5 risk reward ratio or something dumb, okay? So that's not really what we want. But basically, your stop loss is going to go just below this 5-minute fair value gap candle, okay? So this would be your stop loss, right? You're like, that looks funky with this trend here, but this is just how I play. So here's your stop loss, right? Right below this 5-minute fair value gap candle. And your entry, we're just going to put at the top of this fair value gap. So this would be your entry at 198.59, okay? And obviously this happened earlier this morning, but it's fresh in my mind, and I want to show you exactly what I look at every day when I'm trading to become a profitable trader. So entry would be here, 198.59. Sure, sometimes it can come down lower, sometimes it'll just frickin' shoot up on you, but we're doing our best to get these entries because in the current market, we get this all the time where it just takes off without you. Sometimes I even have to frickin' mark it in. That's insane. But that is the current market. And remember, all we saw was that one 5-minute fair value gap box, okay? We're going to place our entry at the top of that 1 5-minute fair value gap box. And we can go ahead, place this trade. Let's say you were looking to enter a quantity on your brokerage, right? This is a bullish fair value gap. So let me pull up this bullish and bearish fair value gap just to explain to you quickly. So a bullish fair value gap, right? We have this nice gap in between 3 candles. It's just wick to wick. Bearish, same thing, except it's red, right? We're going for a short here, and it's just 3 candles in between these 2 wicks here, creating this gap or imbalance. A lot of times, price or a candle wick or something will come back into these gaps. People will place entry orders here, and it will come back up. Some people hate on fair value gaps or ICT concepts. That's fine. It's all about the same, right? You're going to have pivot points. You're going to have order blocks. You're going to have liquidity sweeps. A lot of people are going to place orders here, whatever you want to call it, whatever strategy they're using. But here it is, okay? So here's your fair value gap. Let's go ahead and take our long position, okay? So if you're on MEXC or Blofin or Phemex or Bybit, whatever platform you're on, right? Stop loss, be below that 5 minute. Wow, that would be super tight. Wow, that's awesome. So this would be freaking awesome if I would have got on this early. I think I hopped on at 7:45 a.m., but I saw 2 or 3 fair value gaps on the 5 minute. But here we go. You can even, if you want to keep it really simple and just stick with your 2 risk reward ratio here, this is double your money, okay? So if you have a $1,000 account and you're risking 5% of that account, meaning you're risking $50 if you lose the trade. If you win the trade, you get $100, okay? Now there's other confluences I look to ride this up, right? Especially if we're just hitting the first 1 to 3, I would say 5 minute fair value gaps. Sometimes you can really ride these trend reversals up and make a lot more money. So that's what I love to look for. So our entry would be at 198.59 here. We had that long position just on a $1,000 account, let's say. Stop loss here where we marked out. Can write it. I'm usually looking at a 15-minute bearish fair value gap off to the left-hand side. So currently we're even, right? Sitting at the bottom of this trend here. You can see we're in a range. So a lot of times you're going to get these bottoms like this and you'll get a fly up or a bullish divergence. But that's just other things I'm looking at on the chart. So if we're sticking with these fair value gaps, we're going to ride this up. You'll see our next 15-minute bearish fair value gap is all the way up here. How sweet would have this been? Let's take a look. 15 risk reward. Okay. So we'll hop back down. Just make sure I got it. Stop loss. So this is going to be, yes, you do need to wait for candle closes. This is in replay mode just because it's fresh in my mind. But stop loss, like I said, give it some breathing room. You don't want to get a wick through the stop loss or anything like that. So if you felt more comfortable putting it down with this trend, you certainly can. But usually I'm just sticking with the 5-minute fair value gap candle. Okay. And then we're aiming for a nice 15-minute bearish fair value gap. Because a lot of times you'll see price, if we're hitting this reversal, right? We're going for a long here on the 1 minute. This is a nice long trade, okay? This is a nice long trade up to this 15-minute bearish fair value gap. But we could hit some sellers on this. Some people may place orders here on the 15-minute if they're trading the 15-minute time frame, have orders there at the halfway point, and it can reverse back down on you, even coming back to your pull entry, which wouldn't be fun. We actually have a quantity. Hold on. Sorry, our quantity here with a $1,000 account risking 5% is 357 units of SOL actually. So we'll go ahead, place buy. And we will play it forward. Okay, there is our buy order initiated. You see we're already up $100. There's that 2 risk reward hit. If you are confused about risk reward ratios, please check out my other videos where I explain them more. But you can basically be a profitable trader with a 30% win rate, okay? If you're hitting the risk reward of 3, okay? A lot of people are going to be around this 2 range, I would say. So this 40 to 50% is pretty typical on this 2 range, and that makes you a profitable trader. That's all we're looking for, okay? So if you wanted to exit your position right now, you certainly could. But I like to aim for those 15-minute fair value gaps off to the left that we could hit. So see what happens. I'll move to the 15-minute time frame. Oh, I should probably move my take profit up, huh? For take profit there. Ooh, $600. Hey. All right, we'll see if it hits this. Oh, okay. So totally went past, right? All the way to this next 15-minute bearish fair value gap. You'll see we got a profit of around $600 on that trade. You saw it at that take profit level. See quite where it goes up to. I believe that was it. Yep. So that was it. So that is why I am looking for those fair value gaps. Look for the first 1 to 3 fair value gaps on the 5-minute time frame just to keep it simple. The next thing we're looking for, right, is where do we place our entry? Sometimes you're going to get this where it just takes off without you in the current market conditions. It's just how it is, okay? So sometimes I'm even marketing in on these. But try to place your limit order at the top or maybe even a little bit above the top of this fair value gap box. Okay, sometimes you're going to have larger fair value gap boxes where they will come down to the midpoint of these, by midpoint of the center line. Other times they'll just touch the top, especially on the first one or two of them, and just fly up without you. That would be a long position though. The next one I want to show you real quick would be the short way. Okay. So the short way, we actually had a short trade this morning as well. So what are we looking for? Same thing, right? We can keep with these 5-minute bullish fair value gaps. However, I saw something on Bitcoin, but we did end up getting a bearish divergence on Bitcoin, and we hit the top of the range on Bitcoin. We were also overbought on the 15-minute on Bitcoin. I'll go over that next, but those are just some other confluences I'm looking at. But keep it simple, right? We're waiting for a 5-minute fair value gap again. Oh, holy crap. So this really went up. Okay. So had you risked $50 on this trade, you could have made quite a bit there. What is that? I was just going for that first 15-minute bearish fair value gap, but dang, sometimes you hit them, right? Yeah, could have made, what, $1,000? So kind of wicking into this next bullish fair value gap. We're still kind of hovering around these bullish fair value gaps. At the same time, Bitcoin was coming to the top of the range, which was around here. And what do we get here? A nice 3-minute bearish fair value gap candle. So if you drop back down to the minute, this is definitely going to be different on live. I'll go ahead and mark that line out actually. But here's our 3-minute. Did we get a 5-minute yet? Let's double check. So no 5-minute. So this is why I'm sometimes looking at the 3-minute as well. I did mention that in the beginning. If you flip between the 3-minute and 5-minute, 3-minute's going to pop up sooner. Okay, so set your entry just at the top, or I guess the bottom of that fair value gap since we're going the short way. And we'll go, what our entry would be at 201.56. Take our short position this time. And we are going to actually aim. So where does our stop loss go? Same thing again. Since we don't have a 5-minute fair value gap candle, use the 3-minute one. Here's the 3-minute wick. Put a little bit above that, right? Give it some breathing room. You don't want to be stopped out and then come to your take profit level. Market makers love to hit your stop losses. It's all a game for them. And, ooh, I would just aim for, me personally, I was just aiming for this 15-minute bullish fair value gap. Not currently printing, but here's our 15-minute bullish fair value gap. All right, so we have our entry at 201.56, so go ahead, place an order there. This will be similar in any other platform. You got your limit order, 201.56. We'll say we're playing with a $1,000 account, risking 5% or $50. So we would have 217 units according to this quantity here. And we will be selling, since this is a short, so sell at that 201.56 price. Go ahead, play it. And we'll try to hit our, okay, so we're up about $156 right now. We shall just aim for this midpoint. And that's a nice 4 risk reward ratio, okay? So we'll play it. And there's our take profit at $200.62 had you risked $50 on that trade. Okay, did it go down way farther? Yes, because we were in a higher time frame range today. This would have been a nice, another 12 risk reward ratio, okay? Watch these fair value gaps, okay? Look on the 3-minute, 5-minute, place your entry for this instance right at the bottom of the fair value gap. So entry here, stop loss above the fair value gap candle. Give it some breathing room. Sometimes you'll get some wicks through these areas. I do notice that. If you do have a 5-minute fair value gap candle to work with, like we did back on this long play, place your stop loss, give it some breathing room below that. Okay. And that's all we're really looking for. Okay. Just those fair value gaps, placing your entry either at the top, if we're going for a long on those, or the bottom on a short. And then we're looking for those 15-minute fair value gaps off to the left-hand side. So along, we're looking for this bearish one. We blew past this candlestick, right? Which was our initial take profit. So we came through here, and then now we blew past this one. and we're looking to take profit with these 15-minute fair value gaps. That's about it. That is all I have for you. Were other things going on with Bitcoin that I pay attention to in the morning? Yes, of course. So just really quick, I usually mark my previous day high and low levels. So for instance, we have our previous day high here on Bitcoin. We almost came up to it. A lot of times you'll see this when you're scalping, okay? It almost came up, and then we just kind of tanked back down, okay? So day, got the hour. I'm also checking for bullish divergences or bearish divergences, depending what way we're going. You'll see that's exactly what we got, last night. And we get, let's see, nothing really here, surprisingly. But we did hit the top of this range pretty perfectly, and we were pretty close to this previous day high, the white line, before getting this flip. So there's the flip or pivot point or turnaround. And then, let's see the 5. I believe we had, yeah. So we were getting pretty overbought on the 5. We had a bearish divergence, right, going on the top here along with that range. And I believe we were pretty overbought on the 15 as well, signaling that Sol would be likely to come down instead of keep going up here, okay? So I am looking at Bitcoin while I am trading Solana. Just want to keep that up front with you guys. But to keep it simple, if you're starting out, look for those first 1, 2, 3 fair value gaps on the 3-minute or 5-minute time frame. Mark your entry point at the top or bottom of those, depending if you're going long or short, and then look to take profit with the next 15-minute bullish or bearish fair value gap. Okay, that is all I have for you guys today. If you are interested in joining the Discord, I do live trade there. So go ahead, hop in. I take a break every once in a while. Sometimes I get burnt out. I'm a human. But I do live trade in the Discord. Feel free to hop in, give it a go. So I do have a course if you do want to learn more about trading, including going over leverage trading, risk-reward ratio, setting up your account with a VPN on these platforms, TradingView mastery, liquidity sweeps, candlestick charts, trend lines, more in depth on the fair value gaps, changes character and breaks the structure, order blocks, Elliott wave theory. These are all pretty important, what I wish I would have known in the beginning. So if you guys are interested in that, and then it also comes with all my recordings of the live trading perpetual future sessions, as you can see here. Like I said, sometimes I do take a break or have family things going on, but I'd be sure to let the group know. So you guys can certainly hop into the Discord down below. There is a link. I'd love to have you guys there, and I will see you next time. Thanks.